Hey everyone, this is Alex. I wanted to create this quick video about some exciting new features that are coming up in the next week or so for the Investment Dominator. So yeah, let me show you. This is our testing app. We're just testing a few things before we make this live in your own Investment Dominator system. But we got some things coming up like tasks and some really cool features. But let me go to the customized site area, and you'll notice we have a lot more tabs here than before. We've toggled all these sections down here so that it's not so overwhelming for everyone, but we added a few more features here, some of which are really cool. It's going to allow you to really customize your buying and selling sites. So the thing I want to show you today is how to create custom pages and posts in this new version of the Investment Dominator that we're going to be releasing. It's a really cool feature because, for example, what comes with your Investment Dominator, you've got the selling site, which is pretty basic. This is just a test one. It doesn't have any pictures uploaded to the properties yet, but you can see here, it creates the property listing for you when you have information filled out, and then you go to the view details that has your pictures, your maps, and things like that. So it's pretty basic, and your phone number on top here. But we got a lot of requests for people that want to customize it and maybe put a blog in here and do all kinds of things. Maybe add some terms and condition pages and run some create their own funnel pages, for example. Because by default you do get a basic funnel with a squeeze page or an opt-in page that leads to your selling site. But we're now adding the ability for you to create your own landing pages and your own opt-in pages. So this is what I want to show you right now. And like I said, this will be coming out pretty soon in the next release in the next week or so. So what you want to do is, when you get this new version, you want to go to the customized site section. It's going to be all toggled down like this, and you want to go to custom pages and posts. This is a brand new section right here, and what you're going to want to do is you want to first create a page. Even if you're creating a blog, for example, you do want to create a page first. Because blog posts, for example, will be attached to pages. So right now I'm going to show you how to create a landing page, a quick landing page. I'm going to click Create a Custom Page, and up here at the top there's a couple of page types. First of all, you can have a single page, which is just a regular page, or a blog page, and this would be like if you wanted to have a blog with some articles, or even I'll show you some advanced blogging techniques where you can actually create lists with your properties and contacts and things like that. So but for now we're just going to keep it on single page. Now private means that it's not going to be available on your website or open to the public yet, and when you change it to public, that will create it so that it's open to the public on the front end of your site. So for now I'm going to call this landing page, let's see, $99 down, for example. Let's say that I'm creating a special. Now you can see here under page URL, it already filled out some information here. Now this is going to be the page path, or the path to the page that you're creating. So let's say that I don't want to call it 99 down. I actually want to call it land-sale, for example. Then what it's going to be is it's going to be my selling site / land-sale is what the path will be to this page that I'm creating. Now you can choose what kind of menu you want to load on this site. So let's say that in this case we want to load the selling site menu because this is going to be part of our selling funnel, and we're going to go ahead and create some page content here. So what I'm going to do is say $99 down. I'll just make it all caps. And let's say 99 per month. So this is just a special. Now this doesn't look too cool, so what I'm going to do is make the font, let's see, I'll change the font, and I'll change the font size more than anything to a really big font size, and I'm going to change the color to red, and I'm going to go ahead and center this thing so that it looks a little bit more cool. Now let's say that I have a picture of the property. One other cool feature that we added is you can actually now drag and drop pictures. So let's say that the property I am trying to sell is this one. I'm just going to drag this over. It's going to actually go ahead and upload the picture to your website already. So I'm going to just plop that in there, and then let's say that you want to tell them to enter in your details below to gain access to this deal today. So you just want to put a little call to action, and then right here, let's say that you want to put in the opt-in form. Now, we do have a couple of, or a bunch of merge fields that you can use. You can see that most of them are your company information. So like if you wanted to, you know, put in the merge field to your agent's name. What's cool about these fields is they're dynamic, meaning let's say that you have a realtor that you're working with, and so you put the merge field for the realtor's first name and last name and phone number. But let's say that later on, 6 months from now, you actually are working with a different realtor. When you change that in your company settings, page, it's going to update your landing pages as well, because these are dynamic merge fields. So that's the benefit of using the merge fields over just typing in the information onto the page, because that would make it more static than dynamic. All right, but what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put in an opt-in form. So this is the opt-in form that leads to our listing. This allows us to collect the first name and last name field, or first name and email field rather, and then when they enter that in, they get sent to our selling site. So it's kind of like a start of our funnel, basically. Now, you can't see anything now, but it just puts in this merge code, and it's going to dump in the opt-in form on the front end, and we'll show you that in a second. The next field is the page tracking code field. Now, the cool thing about this, and I want to show you that in a second, but you can not only put tracking code, like for example, if you want to put conversion code from Google or conversion code from Facebook, if you're running a Facebook campaign, you can put that in here, and it will only be specific to this page. So that's pretty cool. You can also put in custom styles. So if you know anything about CSS or styling, page styling, you can actually overwrite the default styles that it gives you, and you can only affect this particular page. So this is really cool for all you guys that like to do advanced things and really customize everything with CSS, or if you have like a developer that you work with that can create you some really cool CSS designs. You can paste that right into this area, and I'll show you a quick example of that here in a second. But if we go scroll down, for now I'm just going to leave it blank. We'll come back to this. The next thing is, do you want to show the logo or not? Typically, you probably do want to show the logo. And again, you can decide whether you want to show the buying site logo or the selling site logo. So in this case, obviously, we're going to choose the selling site logo. Now, the banner is the banner going across the site. Typically, like on this site, this is the banner right here, and this would be the banner text. So you can decide whether you want to use that or not. In this case, since I want to keep the page kind of very small height-wise, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. So I'm going to hit no on there. That's going to turn off the banner. And then I'm just going to click add, and that will generate the page. So as easy as that, our page is generated. Now, it does toggle these sections back, so you want to go and click back on custom pages, but you'll notice now we have a new page, and there's a page URL link right here. So if we click on this, it actually loads our new page. Now, everything doesn't look exactly the way I want it. This looks cool, the picture looks cool. Maybe I want to make this a little bit bolder font. But you can notice here that the form is just kind of a generic form, and I want this button to look a little green and all this kind of stuff. So there is a way to style this, and that is with the CSS style sheet. And let me show you how to do that. So let me go back into the admin. I'm going to click on edit to edit this page, and once I edit this page, I'm going to go back to that section I was talking about, which is the page tracking code. And here I'm going to create, or I'm going to paste in this style sheet. Now, when we release this to you guys, we will also include some examples of the form styling so that you don't have to create all this, even if you don't have a developer or something like that. Any kind of a web developer can create this pretty easily, but I understand that a lot of you guys probably want to style your forms without having to talk to a developer. So we'll include some of these examples in the user guide. But for example, this is basically a sample style sheet, and I'm going to just copy all this code here, this CSS code, and I will put it under this page tracking code section. So the point that I want to make here is that you can not only use it for page tracking, but you can also use it for styling. And so I'm going to go ahead and click edit, and that will update the page. And again, we're going to go back to this page and we're going to hit refresh. Now you can see when I hit refresh, it all of a sudden kicked in that style sheet there. So my form looks a whole lot better. So now I've got a custom landing page that I can really do whatever I want on. I can have a video on here. I can really change the opt-in form code however much I want. And let me show you another thing that you can do that I failed to mention. But if I go back in here to edit it, you have full access to the source code. So if you click on this button right here, you can actually edit any of this source code that you want to really customize whatever you want, embed multimedia stuff. So you can not only use the options, all these options here that we provide, like adding the picture, adding a video, adding a smiley face if you want to, for example, like this. All these options right here are available on this WYSIWYG editor is what it's called. But you can also click the source tab and put in information like, let's say that you want to embed a PayPal button. You would do it under this source tab. So it really gives you full freedom to do whatever you want with these pages and really create any kind of page you want for your site. So now this next question is, okay, now we created this good looking page here, but how can we add it to the site? Because you notice up here we just have the phone number still. We built a way to modify that. And if we go back to customize site again, I'm just going to load it again, and you want to go to website settings, and you'll notice a brand new section here. It's called edit menu. You want to go to under here. In this case, we're going to edit the menu of the selling site, and you get this section right here. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that we have this new page that we created. This custom page is called 99 down. This is the name of the page. So I can drag this wherever I want. So I'm going to drag it to the header, let's say, and let's say on this is the footer. I'm going to drag it also to the footer right here. So I can put it anywhere in the actual order of things. I can reorder menu items, and I can also reset everything back to the default if I made a mistake. So let's say that I want to add this to the footer and the phone number to the footer. Let's just throw that in there. I'm going to click save and go back to my website. You'll see now that up here at the header I have my phone number, but I also have this new tab called 99 down. Now this 99 down is the link to this page. Now you can't really tell because we're on the page, but let's go to like the selling site, for example, and refresh that page. You can see now I have the 99 down on this page. So if I click that, it's going to go over to my new page. All right, so that's as easy as it is to create a new page and add it to your custom menu. So I do want to kind of keep this video pretty short, so I want to show you the other cool feature, which is actually creating a page that has a blog on it, because this is something we had request. A lot of users requested this feature, so we're really excited about releasing this feature to you guys. So this is how it works. You want to go under the custom pages again and create a new page. In this case, it's going to be a blog page. So that's what we're going to choose, page type blog page. We're going to make it public, and I'm just going to call this blog, and I'll keep the page URL as blog because that makes sense to me. And I'm going to make this a blog page on the selling site again. For now, I'm just going to keep everything blank. I'm not going to put any content on this page yet. And I don't want to show the banner, so that's good. But I do want to show the selling site logo. Click add, and that's going to create this new blog page here. All right, so now there's nothing on this blog page. If I go to it, it's just blank. But what we can do now that we created this blog page is we can create what's called a custom post. So let me show you how that works. I'm going to click on Create Custom Post, and now I can create just a regular post, like this is a sample article, for example, and then here is the article content, for example. This is just a quick example. Now, here's where I add the blog post to the blog page that I created. So under this Add to Page section, I'm going to click Blog. So I just added it to that blog. Now, you can actually add it to multiple blogs, because you can have more than one blog if you want, including if you have like a blog on your buying site as well on your selling site. And let's say that you have an article that applies to both. You could write one article and attach it to the two sites, or the two sites blogs. Again, we're going to make this public so that it's open to the public. And for now, I'll just show you what this looks like. It's pretty simple the way it's going to look, but basically this is my blog page. I'm going to refresh it, and you can see here it says here is the article content. Now, here's the cool things that you can do with this. You can add merge fields as well. So let's say that this is the content, but above the content we want to create like a brief paragraph about the article. So I'm going to add in this merge field called brief, and inside this section, I'm going to put the title of the post, and also I'm going to put what's called a more link, which is a link over to the actual blog post. So I'm going to click here, read more link, and it's going to have this read more. And I want to put like this little dot, ellipsis here, ... Now, before I save this, let me just explain what's going to happen is all we're going to see on this page is the blog title and the read more link. This part right here is actually going to be hidden because it will only be accessible if we click on the read more link. So let me also add a picture to this so it doesn't look too horrible. I'm going to just drag in a picture. This also works on here again. I'll just drop this down on the second line here so it looks a little bit better. And I'm going to click Save and go back here, refresh. So you can see here, this is the title basically that I gave it. This is a sample article. And obviously I should put a space in between that, so I can fix that later. But I'm going to click Read More, and then it's going to load my blog article. Okay. Now this looks very simple because I haven't taken much time to make this a nice looking article, but you get the idea. You can create your own blog articles, and as many as you want, and attach them to your blog. So it's very cool. Now, before I go, I want to show you one more thing that's really cool, and that is what's called a merge post. So let me go ahead, and for this demo, I'm going to actually create a different type of blog. So I'm going to come up here and create a new custom page, and I'm going to call this page, well, it's a blog page, so we're going to choose page type blog page. It's going to be public, and the title of this is going to be like fire sale or something. All right, so I'm going to create a list of properties that I want to sell right away, for example. Now what I want to do is the menu for this is my selling site, and I want to have my selling site logo but no banner again, and I will just click Add. Now I created a new page, but it's a blog type page, and what I want to do now is create a new custom post to go on that. But instead of creating this single post, I'm going to create what's called a merge post. A merge post is basically based off of the data that's in your CRM. So let's call these post types like sale properties, for example. And I'm going to pull from the land database. And again, I'm going to make this public. And I'm going to add it to the fire sale page that we just created. Again, I could add it to also the blog page. It can be added to multiple, but for now, I'm just going to create. I'm going to attach it to the fire sale page, and you can choose what status that the property has to be in. The land property has to be in. So let's say that it has to be in the complete ready to sell status for it to apply to this page. So all my properties, all my land properties that are under the complete ready to sell, I want them to display on this fire sale. So now I'm going to create a merge, what's called a merge post. In this one, you want to use these merge fields because again, it's pulling from your database. So let's say that I start this off with prop number, and then I'm going to put in the APN of the property. So I'm going to say property number APN, and let's say that I put a little pipe there, and then I'm going to say county, oops, and I'm going to put the county in there, property county, and then put a pipe in there again, and I'm going to put the state. And I'm going to choose the merge field for state, property state, and then I'll do one more, which is basically the sale price. Okay, and where is that sale price? Okay, property sale price. So now what it's going to do is it's going to loop through all my properties that are in the complete ready to sell status, all my land properties, I should say, and it's going to put in this information and create a list for me. I'm going to go ahead and click add, and then what I'm going to do is go to that fire sale page that we just created, and you can see now it created a list of properties with the APN number under property number, the county, and the sale price. So very quickly I created a list of properties. Now I can do whatever I want with this page. For example, if I go back to the fire sale page, I can add like a headline to this, like fire sale hot properties or something. And again, we can, you know, make this look however we want to look with the different font sizes and font things. So I'm going to just add that to the top basically. So you can see here I added something to the top, but now it looped through all my merge field properties and created this list. Also, you could, you know, you can make this look even better if you want, put images in it. You can also do things like, for example, if you noticed on this merge post, you can actually choose custom statuses. So for example, you could create a custom status called fire sale and only put the properties you want in that status. And then under this section right here, you can just select the fire sale status. So any properties that fall in within that go straight up on your merge blog post. This is really cool if you have a strategy, like for example, if you want to sell, like if you get new properties, as you get new properties, you basically sell them at a discount for the first, let's say 3 days. So you can train your list to basically say, hey, if, you know, as I get new properties for the first 3 days, you know, they're at a 25% discount. After that, they go to the regular price. So you can have your buyers list come to this page all the time to just be checking it every day to see what's on the fire sale list or something like that. So you can create really cool marketing strategies around these new features that we are putting into the Investment Dominator. So we're really excited to be launching these features. Again, this is one of many features that are going to be in the next update. We're just still finalizing all the testing and everything to make sure that everything's good to go. And then we will release it to everyone. You guys can check it out, give us your feedback as always. And I hope you guys really enjoy it. Again, stay tuned for the emails because we will notify you once we launch this next release. All right, thanks guys.